There's an island so feared that even Italy refuses to touch it. No tourists. No hotels. No guides. Just silence. This is Poveglia Island, less than 4 miles from Venice, yet almost no one dares to set foot on it. Locals avoid its shores. Boat captains steer clear. And those who go there illegally often leave shaken, or never speak of what they saw. The soil is made of human ashes. The ruins hide centuries of death. And the island itself seems to remember. Step closer, if you dare. But be warned, some places are forbidden, for a reason you won't believe. Long before fear surrounded Poveglia, it was ordinary. During the Roman Empire, the island served as a military checkpoint. Ships passed, merchants stopped briefly. Sailors complained of unease. Of strange quiet. Of nights where the island felt watched. At the time, these stories were dismissed. Until the Black Plague arrived. In the 14th century, Venice faced near extinction. The plague spread faster than anyone could stop it. Bodies piled up.
Lord have mercy on us all. Keep moving.
Doctors fled. Families locked themselves inside their homes. The government needed a solution, and they chose Poveglia. Anyone suspected of infection, even without symptoms, was forcibly removed. Children, parents, elderly, taken by boat and never allowed to return. Once on the island, there were no hospitals. Only fire. People were burned alive to stop the disease. The screams echoed across the water. Venice survived, but at a cost no one dares to speak of. Historians estimate over 100,000 people died on Poveglia. Their bodies were burned in mass pits. Ash mixed with the soil. Even today, locals say the land itself is cursed. Decades later, the island was repurposed, but the horrors never ended. In the early 1900s, Italy turned Poveglia into a psychiatric hospital. It was isolated. Quiet. Far from prying eyes. But the patients weren't just ill, many were society's outcasts. Doctors claimed extreme isolation could heal minds. Instead, it broke them. Patients reported shadows moving through halls, with "Welcome to Hidden Mystery," where the unknown begins. Whispers calling their names, and a sense of being watched even when alone. Staff dismissed these claims, until they too began hearing things. One head doctor became obsessed. He believed Poveglia itself was alive, absorbing suffering and echoing it back. Accounts suggest he conducted experiments not to heal, but to understand. Records disappeared. Some were never written. Then one night, he climbed the bell tower. Witnesses claimed he screamed, not in fear, but as if responding to something invisible. The asylum shut down shortly after. Patients were removed. Staff reassigned. And once again, Poveglia was abandoned. Italy reopened other plague islands. Museums. Hotels. Resorts. Poveglia remained untouched. Every attempt to redevelop it failed. Fishermen reported strange malfunctions. Explorers described voices in empty halls. Paranormal investigators recorded unexplained sounds. Why? No one knows. Despite restrictions, a few explorers approached the island illegally. Reports include sudden dizziness, overwhelming dread, and the feeling of being watched. One claimed footsteps followed them through empty corridors. Another said the silence felt loud. None stayed overnight. Skeptics suggest trauma leaves psychological imprints, abandoned buildings trigger fear, and isolation amplifies imagination. But even scientists admit something strange: soil shows centuries of human ash, air quality fluctuates strangely, and structural anomalies occur without explanation. Still, these facts cannot explain why Italy refuses to touch it. The bell tower still stands, empty of a bell. Yet, witnesses report hearing it ring. No rope. No mechanism. No wind strong enough. Just sound. Locals avoid the lagoon at night when fog rolls in. They say the sound doesn't come from the air, it comes from the ground. In 2014, Italy quietly leased Poveglia to a private company. Plans, restoration, limited tourism, historical preservation. Months later, the project collapsed. Workers quit. Funding disappeared. No explanation. Silence. Psychologists call it place memory, locations of trauma affecting perception centuries later. Poveglia is layered with suffering. Visitors feel unease even without knowledge of its history. Recordings from the island contain low-frequency hums, footsteps in empty rooms, and echoes with no cause. Coincidence? Or residual trauma manifesting as sound? Stories repeat: ghosts of plague victims, shadows seen from the lagoon, unexplained ringing. Every story contains kernels of truth, mass deaths, forbidden entry, anomalies. Reality and legend blur. Italy cites safety concerns and structural instability. Yet other dangerous sites are restored. Poveglia remains forbidden. Entire records are missing. Any question leads to silence. Every forbidden place has a reason. Some are closed for safety. Some for politics. Some for preservation. But Poveglia? Closed because no explanation satisfies everyone. And when a place refuses explanation, it becomes feared. Poveglia is more than haunted. It is a mirror of humanity's darkest impulses. Fear, isolation, silence, locked into a single island. Step on Poveglia, and you confront centuries of human suffering, echoing in every ruined hall and abandoned corner. If an island was built on fire, ash, screams, and isolation, what happens when someone finally claims it? And if the island is silent today, is it empty? Or is something waiting? Because some places are forbidden, not to protect us from them, but to protect us from the truth.